everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing to you about humility. It is what I have learned in character education. So, humility is being honest with oneself and others too. If a leader can demonstrate honesty and humility and look back to his actions and his behavior, it can provide a tremendous opportunity for personal growth. We can all do the same things in our life and admit that we all make mistakes and own up to them. Because good leaders are not afraid to make mistakes. And it's better to know what we did and make up for it. So in the book of Matthew 18, Jesus take a child from the crowd and uses it as an example, saying, "Whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." So in the story, the child gave up, or we can say, or sacrificed his bread and fishes to give to Jesus so that Jesus can provide to the other 5,000 men that followed him during the journey. So you can see that the child was giving less importance to himself, and he thinks that the others are more important than him, which is a good thing. So as we grow older, it becomes increasingly harder to see ourselves as less important than others. Jesus used this child as an example exactly because it cannot think of itself more important than others. When you have to listen to your parents, humility is hardly a trait, but more a given. Humility also helps us overcome conflicts and obstacles in life, and thereby create harmonious situations in both our personal and professional lives. The same way arrogance can repel people, humility can bring them closer. So as you can see, people doesn't like people who always brag. It's always about themselves. They always talk about themselves. It's always I, and they don't really it's just them who is important, and they give other so less the importance or the value they are. So being humble also empowers the people around you. When people are made to feel important, they become capable. They are able to recognize their own power and confidently embrace it in order to become better people in life. According to a Chinese Lao Tzu, to lead people, walk behind them. To get a clearer understanding of what humility really is, here are some examples. One of the most famous examples of extreme humility, Mother Teresa, gave up her own life and decided to take care of the sick, poor, and dying. Her work in India inspired many and showed that she actually cares and gives them more importance. Her works inspired many and show people how to make a real difference in the world. A much lesser known name, Orland D. Williams Jr., can also be seen as someone who took humility to the extreme. His flight, Air Florida Flight 90, crashed into the bridge after it failed to take off from Washington, D.C. Only 6 people survived that initial crash, and they plunged from the bridge into the freezing Potomac River. A helicopter tried to rescue the survivors and hovered over the wreck, where the passengers were holding for their lives. Every time they dropped a lifeline, William hooked up one of his fellow passengers, saving all 5 of them before the helicopter could get him out. The remains of the plane were dragged underwater. Every time the chance for his rescue came, he placed the importance of others around him higher than his own. So you can see that we should take the example of these people and of the child in the Bible, we should always humble ourselves. We should always have the, the feeling that we should help others and others are more important. We should give the importance to others more than ourselves, which is better, because a prideful heart is not a good thing. So I hope you learned and understand. Thank you for watching.